senators, and representatives, I have the distinguished honor of presenting.
The 19th century was a transformative period for the United States, as the nation embarked on a journey of expansion that reshaped its geography, economy, and identity. This era, often called the Age of Expansionism, was driven by a belief in manifest destiny, the idea that it was America's God-given right and duty to expand across the continent. For many, the Westward movement was synonymous with opportunity. The California gold rush of 1848 attracted hundreds of thousands of prospectors, entrepreneurs, and families eager to strike it rich. Towns like San Francisco boomed almost overnight, becoming hubs of commerce and culture. But the gold rush also exposed the harsh realities of competition, environmental degradation, and displacement of indigenous peoples. The expansion of the railroad was another cornerstone of this growth. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 not only connected the coasts but revolutionized trade, communication, and travel. It made the movement of goods and people faster, cheaper, and more reliable, creating a network that supported the burgeoning cattle industry, agriculture, and mining. Federal policies played a crucial role in facilitating westward migration. The Homestead Act of 1862 was a landmark initiative that offered 160 acres of public land to settlers willing to farm it for 5 years. This promise of land ownership encouraged thousands of families to take on the challenges of frontier life. Similarly, government support for infrastructure projects, like the Pacific Railway Acts, ensured that private companies could undertake massive construction projects with federal backing. These laws provided incentives in the form of land grants and funding, spurring development and migration. Expansionism brought tremendous economic growth, but also exacted a high price. Indigenous communities who had lived on these lands for centuries were forcibly displaced through policies like the Indian Removal Act of 1830 and later military campaigns. Treaties were frequently broken, leading to conflicts like the Battle of Little Bighorn and tragic events such as the Trail of Tears. The Westward movement also introduced new tensions over slavery, as territories gained through expansion raised the question of whether they would allow slavery, intensifying divisions that ultimately led to the Civil War. Life on the frontier was challenging but transformative. Settlers had to contend with harsh climates, isolation, and threats from both nature and human conflict. However, they also built communities that would evolve into vibrant towns and cities. The rise of cattle ranching, particularly in Texas and the Great Plains, defined the American cowboy as a cultural icon. At the same time, farming innovations, like the steel plow and mechanical reaper, allowed settlers to cultivate vast areas of land previously thought uninhabitable. The 19th century's era of expansion fundamentally altered the United States, paving the way for it to become a global economic power. However, it also left a complex legacy. While it created new opportunities for many, it marginalized and dispossessed countless others. As we reflect on this period, it's essential to consider the balance between growth and its costs. What lessons can we draw from this era as we think about our nation's future?